Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Let me work on something real quick. I'm getting multi-platform starting to work. I hope everybody's doing okay. It's been a long week. Okay. Let me see why it's not getting my game capture. Is it set to something in particular? I'm gonna stop not working this one. I know it was away early for a second. I've been gone for a week, 2 weeks. It's kind of bad. Definitely been a week. And still not overnight picking up anything. Let's see what the heck's going on here. There we go. Okay. I think we're on the second chapter. Dang, it's not okay. Level 6. It is the future year 20XX. And you know what? Things are pretty pretty okay. I worked as a floor attendant at the Funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work to be sure. Oh, working. Spiritual sense, at least. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisces about the Fallout 1960s. I've evaluated gamers when the kitchen. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught fire. I've had numerous kids puking out notches on my clothes. I've scraped gum off any number of surfaces. I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee-ball machine. Skee-ball machines are so much fun. I miss playing skee-ball. Pinball too, though. Okay, look. I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and grossness. I'm happy. That's all that matters, right? Right. You're right. This is the best I've seen you in ages, Ace. Before you'd come home all dreamy, he's all sitting out. Well, you're still tired, but good tired. Her mate, Juniper, she's taken to us. Stopping by during her lunch whenever she could. Get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. Office jobs suck. It's still hard to work, don't get me wrong. But overall, it's good. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff.
Yes!
Good. Agreed. Super good. Double plus good. Gross. I talked about you listening in on my conversations. What's it take? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invaded digital mistress, but I have to admit that Iris really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
When you have pizza on a bagel,
So Juniper, how long have you left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spy you some tokens. Nothing to do. My assistant, Synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to move colored bits of paper around or something, and then exchange high fives. Assistant Synergy manager? That sounds like a very big job. It's actually entry level, good pay, and we're on track to move in management. Pretty pushy, different big fella. Funny thing is that they asked me if I knew anybody who'd fit it before they started advertising for candidates, and I said nope. Who would want to do that? When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, right when I needed to find work, you told them you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job.
oh, well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
Juniper, please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you.
Hey, if she's not lying, she's telling the truth like that. That might be good, because draining your mental health for purpose now.
And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie, I was happy here indeed. Also, not a lie, having packet pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast because we barely had enough money to cover the rent this week pulled together. Not a lie. Gavin constantly hid the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dry joking about prematurely being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie, that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Ace, say something, you're scaring me. When I lost my lifeguarding job, I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset about this. I've been generally enjoying my time with the fun packs. It's been a bunch of laughs and not the so sad I'm laughing variant either. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing opportunity at a safer, more stable future, right? Honest truth that I think we should go with. It's okay. I'm here. I'm where I want to be. So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I mean, you still can be angry, but you could still look that you are happy, and that's not worth. Your happiness is priceless, you know? I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with settling. Done with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. I chose this path from my own free will, even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. But if I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I choose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything goes wrong, still, no need to dump all that on Juniper. Sometimes it's worth the experience though, right? It's okay, Juniper. You were right. I have hated that job, and things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do. I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance, and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby. And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Okay. You know? Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything's fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I want to not that job. Would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know? Well, what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please, forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back. But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
I mean, you did sound a little bit happy a second ago. Juniper, it's cool. You're right. I'd have hated it. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about this. I think you're right. Where you need to be, even if I was kind of awful about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I can feel a distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recent repair employee. Yeah, okay. Have a good rest of the hours of your day. Yeah. You bet. I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Right? What I need right now is a distraction, and frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket is really slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see, who's available? Percy's taking a break from his cigar chasing queen bees between matches right now. Tio's shaking it on Showtime stage. Ashley's not on mascot duty today. You know what? Let's go out lunch with Percy. I know Percy is cool with people interrupting his mopey mania, but I still prefer to wait until he's taking a break between rounds. Looks like good timing for lunch. Percy's flipping through messages on his phone in a highly bored manner when I walk up to him. Hey Percy, how's Moby today? Oh, pretty bad performance overall. I haven't even cleared $1 million for the day, and a few of my stock picks are down. Bad luck overall.
Lovely day.
But on the whole, can't complain. Every day's a gift. So, do you need something? Yes. To be honest, if I don't get out of here and get my mind off things, I'm going to meltdown. I was thinking lunch. You had lunch yet? Not you. Don't you usually have those little pizzas? You noticed, huh? I substituted on peanut butter sandwiches for a time. It's nothing to be ashamed of, Ace. Life has ups and downs. But seeing as you look to avoid the downs at the moment, by all means, let's go fetch some lunch. If I may suggest our destination, you haven't been to the whole story yet, have you? The donut shop? Donut shop and used bookstore. They have pastries and sandwiches and the like. It's a charming little cafe, I heard. If you'd be kind enough to accompany me, unless you'd rather have little pizzas, donuts and books, all any kind.
Much obliged.
Then let us be off. Just by coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whenever the job happened to call for no more, no less. I couldn't say I've been a part of any community outside the immediate circle for my coworkers, whereas the others visited the whole store pretty frequently. Percy led the way into a shop that smelled strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I've ever been in a little independent bookstore. Or bookstore at all, for that matter. It's been a minute since I've been in a bookstore. I don't miss going to bookstores. It's 20XX. Who buys books in brick and mortar stores anymore? But despite this subdued atmosphere, compared to the arcade, there are some customers present in Canterford, sipping coffee and reading old tunes, and yes, watching donuts. Percy secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on. What the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System? I have a Douglas Adams. Don't worry. They know my order, and it's my treat. Yes. I mumble out a thing, trying not just tight. And boutique cafe pastries won't help my situation much. Definitely looks like people would work at a cafe. There's nothing wrong with that. I worked at a cafe for almost 2 years. Combined time. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Hey, I'd like a you know what? Surprise me. What's your favorite dog? Hey, what's good? What's your favorite order from this menu?
One Terry Pratchett coming up, a jam pastry with Clatchy and coffee.
The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small paper book onto the tray, featuring a many-legged wooded travel trunk on the cover. Literary.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Right, we've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right, sorry, I should introduce myself. Floor attendant, Ace Gray. At your service. Your inside guy for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
Regardless, welcome to The Whole Story. I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
Apparently the sugar is available in forms other than round and woolly.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
It's not a date.
Just friends, then? Friendly friends on a playdate?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway, next order, please.
The pair waits the next customer in. As I return to Percy's table, their orders on a nicely decorated wedding tray. I'd have warned you, but honestly, been a map or best experience without spoilers. They invited me to their wedding, you know? I was new in town back then, but, well, kind-hearted to say the least. Percy opens the Douglas Adams book they gave him with his biscuits, but only cruises it lightly out of politeness to the book vendors. Soon we've devoured our food. It's probably not a very nutritious lunch. All told, sweet treats does wonders for me. Except, Percy definitely picks up on something being a little off. For your thoughts? It's complicated. Kind of from my thoughts then. No need to share yours if you're not in the mood. Okay. Seriously, why is it Mr. Moby's magic ladies? Why not? Because there's easier high scores out there to knock over. I looked it up on Twin Galaxies last night. That score stood for 30 years. And that's a challenge, isn't it? But I suppose it's not entirely the challenge that appeals to me. It's, well, how to put this? It's personal. Did his family set the high score? If you don't want to talk about it, suppose I've teased it enough. You may not know each other well enough to be besties, yes. But it's a tale worth telling.
Put simply, Moby is... It was my little sister's favourite game. Dear little Stella. My sister was a child prodigy. A leap ahead of the curve in every respect. sharpest mind, cleverest wit, the warmest heart.
I lost a sister.
Mm-hmm.
In mazes? Oh, how she loved mazes. She had a gift of pattern recognition and optimization. A gift and a passion that thrilled her to no end. Take on a mental challenge and defeat it soundly. Got her books and books full of mazes and puzzles. She'd cleared one of them every day, always wanted more to fill her dreary hours. Only so many mazes. To solve the problem, I got her an Intel game console and a copy of Mr. Moby's Magic Movies. Honestly, at the time, I knew next to nothing about video games. A friend of mine in mathematic class to just until every scrap of pocket change I could muster buying a game for her. Family annexing no money, you see? Nobody family. Had nothing to wish. Well, I suppose you can relate, yes. I can relate, yes. Footsteps. We should probably go into deeper conversation with them, but I want to know what this item is. My family had a lot of trouble. It started out with money, I guess, but that didn't last long. Eventually, things like video games purchased out of reach. My parents loved me and tried so hard, but family curse kept getting in the way. Downsiding, sizing, pink slips, bad luck again and again. And yet, here you are, doing what you love despite it not quite alleviating all hardships. I mean, yeah, something about chasing the love and passions you have instead of money that can't really make you happy, you know? I made my choice. It's gonna be fine. Everything is fine. As you say. So the game helped feed my sister's need for greater and greater challenges. That's the key to Mr. Moby. You see, it generates random mazes. Because Zero has two pros too. Well, in early 1980s technology, depending on your path through the mazes, you can precede the randomness. It's part of the challenge, playing the game of the game. And so I could play the game of the game like no other, better than I could even. She no doubt have beaten the high score by now. Her name up in lights as a champion to unseat a 30-year legacy. And that's why I'm a maniac for Mr. Monkey. I'll wait for him to continue, but no, that's not. I think I understand. I continue a conversation, but I'm really assuming she's not here in the game, so she can't play it anymore. Stella can't take this car herself now. You keep using the past tense when describing your sister. Sorry for your loss, Percy. I'm sure she was every bit as bright and clever and warm as you described. I wish I could know. Well, yes, it's certainly left with me. years ago. All her potential, all her brilliance. Percy sighs deeply, letting the memory wash over him.
If not for the heart condition, despite everything we tried, everything I did, in the end, it was simply too much. And now, Mr. Moopy's my connection to Stella. She dreamed of beating it, but the little handheld version she had wasn't quite the equal of the original. So, one day, I'm going to take down the score, and I'm going to do it in her name. I'll put her initials at the top of that scoreboard. S.I.S. 3.5 million points by Percival James Sinclair, earned in honor of Stella Isabel Sinclair. I know that on that day, somewhere she'll be smiling at me and saying, "Good show, Percy. Good show."
Despite the sadness of the story, can't help but smile at that ending. You gotta make the most of what you got. Well, on the day you beat the score for her, Florentine Ace will be there to cheer you on. Thank you, love.
Beep, beep.
Appreciate it. Beep, beep. Ace, lunch break's done. Back to friends. The arcade's not that grand. Curious. Well, feel pardon the obtuse observation. You do seem to be going through the motions. You know, I'm having a blast here. By doing what needs doing. Yes. Of course, I'm a diligent employee. I suppose it's a question of ambition, but it's not my place to judge. You've work to do.
Hey, seeing ya.
I'll return to charity graphics. Can't say I get what he meant by that. No, I can't either. But if you start about one thing, there's work to do. I take my leave to return to the complex. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school. More pro gamers rolling in with crews. Heading back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of. When I'm accepted and through. Ace, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left. Oh, what's up? Hamza's.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Yes, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who's Hams? Hams is a game finder and option here. And gives next to no notice when a new block of games will be going under the gravel. So we need to move. Ashley, me, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run to the complex. My first instinct is to not go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts, but Percy's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Forgive them, and on this too, trusting folks that need to be remembered. How about Ashley and I swap places in the complex? Is there a reason it has to be Ashley?
Nope.
Definitely not. He just needs muscle to help move babies. I've got muscle. Well, I've got a muscle or two. Just ask Naomi. like such a third wheel at those options anyway. Let Ace be a third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met, trust me. I don't want to do more than I've been doing. I want to be doing more than I've been doing. Different things, new things. Show some initiative, like. I suppose I wouldn't change much to bring Ace instead, but no custom time today, Ashley. I need non-flesh fingers on duty in case a ticket jams. Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out. One way or another. I need to go get the man right at the front, please. I'll probably be closed by the time we get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Flirting at Ashley away. Leaving me waiting outside with my 2 travel companions and a rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I really go on adventures like these days. It's just a quick trip. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, Shelly. In other words, these are just unmentioned. You know? This would be super simple. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, declare that. Declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions. He makes us come down there and take out game.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And well, we should be honored we get an invitation. He's trying to cut out big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and helping little guys like us. It's ineffective and relies entirely on keeping Amazon's good side. I think Lucas kind of so he only invites a select handpicked group to his ownership. How did I end up in that select handpicked group? That would be more Terry. He likes to fight the local arcades whenever he's in town, and I like to keep to know everybody. And our daughters and I understand. I suppose we achieved a cert from before. Considering we've had 3 invites so far, we got some rather lucky games to include. We need to temper out our expectations a little,
I think not.
we don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like usually. What about the offset? Site storage? We can rotate games in and out a little more often. Nearly full to burst, and not cheap for us to run on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster to fill. Should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders, but consider this above anything else a way to maintain a relationship with Hamza, even if we don't actually
Aww.
bidding.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
But isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise everything?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are. You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't pay rent on your apartment or something's growing, or some dream you work at, which you need to stop settling for less out of life. Stand up for yourself and my happiness. And I've done just that without regret. So everything should be fine, right? Fine, right? New the crumbling estate, but no one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others play Little Mike.
Greetings, friends. Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom. And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Ace
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Seeker of Antiquity. 1980 is antique. I was unaware. Reagan era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turtle Shop.
Ha ha ha!
But fight it, indeed. But rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of holy nature by Eve's end. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Ace Gray. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, and Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends accompanies longtime allies of the noble arts of the arcade. Welcome to Donna Wood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop music Donna was singer of such hits as Thurling and Mama Don't Hope did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the exclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short time, 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the state has fallen on hard times ever since. This year, it shall be torn down to make way for continuities. But not before we go have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Indeed, the lavish arrangement table that probably costs more than he got here than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Rome celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid or an arcade auction or whatever. Donald Michaels? I knew it. I should have recognized Donald Wood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You never heard of Donald Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980. Naomi, I was born in 1990s. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van's stereo so we can blast girls just want to play games. Oh. But first, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in her arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in her arcade. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs, leading below. I suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's event always draws an interesting crowd of rival arcade hunters. Heading for the food stuff, Gavin arranges himself a plate so he has an excuse to hang around and leave jobs to other collectors, leaving me to do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin smidges, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. I want to go hang out with Naomi. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me? I want to see the legendary arcade. Hamza was talking up, so I head downstairs to join Naomi. Ooh, whoa. This is a private collection or a full-fledged arcade. I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than a Funplex itself, even coated in dust and despair. It's awe-inspiring, and it's also hard to find anyone in the maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually I locate Naomi, practically cuddling up to narrow-looking TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is she? Oh, nice. Look, a 2-player variant of TMNT. These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find. Wait, wasn't the game originally 4-player? Why would anybody want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare, it's a find, and it's less fun. Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of these, 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that and this one, and oh, if I could only take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repair needed, just to make it playable. So, not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know, isn't it great? Oh, okay, is there a nice way to say this? Do you actually have money for new projects? Naomi, before you get ahead of yourself, stop and think. It's a question of resources above all else. Buying a game, obtaining parts, paying your per hour to repair it. I don't think the Funplex can support many more of these rescue projects. You sound just like Gavin. I'd make the time, I'd work for free, and do whatever it takes to get these games. The care, the love they deserve, it's admirable. That's what you want to devote so much of yourself to the games, but the games, we do have need your love too. Even you have your limits. You have to accept that. That's the reality. Naomi sighs, frustrating building.
It's not fair.
I mean, yeah, especially with a passion like that, but you do have to make sure that you're not burning yourself out or don't have the resources for
I know. I mean,
that you have
not
the resource for
that
it, should
I
I
know
say.
there's only so much we can realistically do, so many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that, except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do. So when
That's
I see
so
all these
cool.
old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean... I meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah!
Oh, definitely, I'm not oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted. But I need it, and now, well, now I'm scared someday. It'll all come to an end. The Funplex
And
will
if the
close.
Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing her down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right. It's a slim hope, and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice, and now I need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game, something nobody's played in a long time, something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20XX. A lot of, is that 2000? A lot of these games are on life support borrowed time, but they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. I mean, now it's becoming really popular for old games, and it's booming again, I believe. But yeah, it's a high definition and that weird 3D projection tech, which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong. It's what they are. These games aren't designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. Picture looks weird on LCD. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up in an internet age. I'm silicone literate. I got options. That's a good question. Can we simulate fuzzy image and still use an LCD? Hang on. Can't you fake it using a high definition screen? Just make the picture fuzzy and fake scan lines behind it. It's a little so it looks like it's on a curved
Ugh.
chip done. That sounds awful. I mean, that's like serving someone non-fat frozen yogurt and claiming it's a delicious sundae. I like froyo. Same dude. I guess we could do that, but we need an extra computing unit to process the image. Maybe a Raspberry Pi or something. I had some ideas, but if we don't have money for new games, we certainly don't have money for R&D. It'll have to wait.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone? I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to trolling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin, not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly. Well, Ashley is, but ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content being alone. And away from strangers, crowds, I mean, it's not really my thing. I just like to network like Gavin does. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop there. Aside, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I? Suddenly shouting and stomping a feet from the floor above. What the? Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we should better go see what's up there. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of the Dark Carnival known as Draco's Palace from our mindset. And not soon enough, in Hamza's opinion. Oh, okay, I guess everything's fine now. Excuse me. I'm gonna go get my work apron on, since we'll be moving games soon. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate your wish list, or our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with this. Okay, excellent. Now, let us resume the social amusement in Chocolaries. Is that the word? Ace Gray. We'll speak, yes. Hamza leads me away from the chattering crowd, presumably not to eat me or yell at me or anything like
I
that.
make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter. Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
Do you think I'm a spy since you said that?
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza.
Oh.
Consider me an impartial third party. Surely, There are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
Okay, this guy is clearly on a fishing suspicion of expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplexes. If this guy is really a light supplier of cheap arcade games. Just a hired muscle for moving games around. Honestly, there's nothing to say. I'm only here because my coworker Ashley didn't feel like lugging games around. Gavin and Naomi are doing most of the work. Ah, beautiful Ashley. She is a she is a delicate pink flower, handcrafted of felt and pipe cleaners. Not that I would deny your company given the chance, Ace Gray. Perhaps my tail will loosen the tail from your tongue. And
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me, and in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals. Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin.
Wow. Can I see what we're looking like right now? I thought there was a way to look at, oh, maybe at the end of the chapter, we can look at what we're sitting at with our stats.
But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay, so how did I get out of that condition? Do I need to indent myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work. The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty. That is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs though. Not to settle. My parents, they got up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, is it not? What to trade. Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donalwood mansion and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. At the time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't meet expectations, she lost interest. For years she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, hands still wrapped around the glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in the game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now, her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spooky for me, man. Too spooky indeed, and obviously a grim fairy tale, rather than reality, but I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfied? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing, and had everything. Could you even say she died doing what she loved, playing games? Okay, but she still died. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Ace Gray, but you must balance a dream on one hand and the world on another at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dreams. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Ace Gray? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh. At least, what else? Was I going to answer except yes? But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Hold my thought. The auction is about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room.
Greetings,
with
friends.
attention. Friends, let us proceed. The arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I accept alternative bids, but test not the patience of Hamza. If your bid is not a serious offer, the hours grow short. All titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. He motions for me in particular to follow as a group files downstairs. This way, this way. A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the games on offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine simply care for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games, plus I'd hate to interrupt her nap, or her knitting, or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep. Oh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm going to go browse games again, see if there are any I missed. It's so dark down here. I could swear I didn't see the middle. And how about you, Ace? Want to watch an auction with me? Or go help me search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks, I think, Kevin, I'll help if you let me wave the paddle around. Auctioneering sounds fun. Do I get to wave our bidding paddle around? Hamza's auctions are actually a shout-out loud affair rather than discreetly signaling, but I admire your enthusiasm. I settle in next to Gavin on one of the rickety old folding chairs, not quite as polished as the banquet spread above, but hey, it's business time, not indulgence time.
Naomi sent me a list of games she wants me to bid on. We argued it a bit, and I managed to bring her down to 3 must-haves, and the rest would be nices. Needless to say, if the would be nices start bidding up, I won't be bothered.
Do you have the storage space for the would be nices?
Technically, yes.
Good to know. What about the cash?
Like I said, only if they don't get driven through the roof.
Then maybe keep an open mind, right? Don't forget to see the forest for the trees, which look. Don't forget to see the forest for the trees while looking at the bigger picture, or something.
Right. As Francine says, I know. But there are certain hard realities in play.
It has begun.
I half expected mid 90s techno to start blasting as his slideshow begins, but nope. just pretty photos of old games.
Behold!
Look at these beautiful games. They could be yours. All yours. But before we dive in, I'd like a moment of recognition for Donna Michaels, whose spirit inhabits these halls. We, who are about to rescue her games, do so out of respect for her and her passions. May her soul be at peace. Her beloved arcade in good hands. I thought he didn't believe in all that twat tale. Or is he just being theatrical because that is the way of Hamza? Now then, shall we commence the auction, friends? I settle in and wait for Gavin to take an interest in the games on bid. Our next item up for bid? Oh hey, I recognize this as the joust. Just like the one I moved out to the floor 2 weeks ago. Gavin frowns at this tablet, confused. Why is this no Naomi's must-have list? I already own one of these. The bidding opens at a patient in mere $50. Gavin shakes his head, ready to let this slide by. Continuing side by side would make for great tournaments. Hang on, it's a popular enough game, right? It's not a dog, but it's hardly a top earner. Maybe she's thinking she could run a tournament with these two players going head to head, competing for the score. I usually avoid hosting events like that at the arcade. More trouble than they're worth.
Doubtful.
Let's see where this bid goes. $100. I bid $250. I'll have it for $400. $1,000 to compete my Midway collection. Not worth it. Before I can object, it's over.
Sold!
May collection be perfect by this piece. Seems once he hears a bid he likes, it's all over. No going once, going twice. Our next item for auction is a rather unique piece. And against is that one ugly football game. It looks like the side art sticker weren't even put on straight. The white paint is totally uneven, the marquee's been broke, the monitor has a big old as is note. The joysticks are 4 different clashing colors and, do I hear 50, 40, wait. I nudge Gavin, whispering, put a bid on it.
Pardon?
Why? It's positively grotesque. I recognize the shape of the joystick colors. It's not a real football game. It's a TMNT. Naomi told me earlier that we need one of those. I thought they only had the crappy 2-player one, but that's definitely a TMNT at heart. It's a cheaply done conversion. No doubt some fool thought he'd get more profit off a sports game and lazily chopped it up. It'll need restoration work, guaranteed, but slowly he stands up.
I suppose.
I suppose I'll be willing to take it for 40, and maybe we can salvage a monitor. Good. All games deserve a home, even the ugly ducklings. Are there any other bids? No. Not a one. Very well.
Sold!
Sold to Gavin Cooper over Funplex. Thank you. After Gavin sits down, I could swear I spotted Hamza wink at me. Does he know we just coined him? And is he okay with that?
Impressive.
You know, Ace, you're more knowledgeable about old arcade games than I thought you'd be. My parents took me to arcades all the time. Heck, when I was a kid, I had a few favorites like TMNT, Q*bert, and How was he remembering? What game was that? And those were good times, better times.
Very well.
But I suppose you can relive those good times a little once Naomi restores that game. During your breaks and after work, please. Yes, sir. Alright, I realize my demeanor is one of seriousness, but it's not like I'm anti-fun. I enjoy a pinball game or two, for that matter. I thought that was more of the challenge, though. Order to chaos, develop a mystery over the game, and so on. Which is fun for me. Fun is a highly variable concept from person to person. For example, undoubtedly, Naomi is going to have considerable fun restoring that TMNT back to its former glory, precisely because it is so mutilated. The Funplex provides fun in any form the visitor requires. That's my endgame, the goal I reach for. The tricky part I found is balancing conflicting fun, ensuring as many dreams are realized as possible, despite reality being rather harsh about it all. We'll have to watch our bid today if we're going to optimize that fun. Do you understand? I guess being optimal is fun for you. I suppose it is at that.
Revel in the splendor.
Next, a rare find, indeed. What would surely be the jewel of any collector's treasure trove, provided they are discerning collectors who appreciate such splendors. And the next game is a black and white driving game from 1970s. I give you Death Race, inspired by the movie of the same name and decorated with skulls. It's sparked controversy nationwide.
Seriously?
That relic is seriously on Naomi's must-haves list. Absolutely not. Not only is it an ancient artifact of bygone age, I'd rather not have angry parents mad that little Timmy ran people over in a video game. They're gremlins, not humans. Very, very blurry little white blobs of gremlins. Doesn't matter. It won't earn. And earning is crucial for a small arcade such as ours. So let's make the Funplex a museum for amusement. Hey, you always complain about how many games we have. Let's lean into that and open a museum of arcade excellence. We charge admission instead of tokens, then earnings irrelevant. I'll make little Polar cards and stuff. You're kidding, right? Well, I was at first, but actually that sounds like a cool idea. I'm not upping our entire business model because Naomi wants a kitschy relic of the 70s. It looks kind of creepy. Gadzooks. What a find. I bid 200. 300. No, 500. 5? We have 5? Do we have any numbers above that? No?
Sold.
Yeehaw. This is for the best, trust me. And that's everything on her list. Well, the must-haves and a few of the would-be-nices. Now, to sit and wait while Hamza grinds his way through the rest of the stock. We can't start moving games out until the auction's complete. Naomi's not replying to text. Can you go find her? I'm sure she's around here somewhere. Let her know what we bought. Sure thing. Leaving the excitable auction master and his compadres behind, I started wandering through the maze-like arcade of Donna Wood's private collection. Naomi, where the heck are you? Dark and quiet back here. Where could Naomi be? It's not like it's an infinite plane of games. There's only so many places she could hide. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as a hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games. A game with a glowing stick. A joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already entered a quarter. The game is ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game? I want to play the game. Let's play the game. My hand wraps around this. Not like we had a choice. My hand wraps around the stick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on the screen. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game forever. Phoebus, 1980. Sin. Game start. This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there? That's me? It's just a game. Just a game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1. Heartbeat. Round start. There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing? Out here touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble. You know to stay safe, Ace. Trust me, believe in me. I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me, you need me. And you'll always depend on me. Always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life. For your own good. Harvey used overprotective. It's super effective. That hurt. It really hurt. I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to do better yourself. It won't let you leave me. You'll always need me. It's not real. It's not real. Happy use Yander. It's super terrifying. Oh, Juniper, stop it, please. You agreed. I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? If you do, I'll beat you until you understand. The game. I have to win the game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100%. Action. Refuse to believe. This is ridiculous. This isn't real. And this isn't you, Juniper. I know you much better. I know how much of a bastard I am for saying this, but you're not you're not contempted enough to be a calculating mastermind trying to keep me dangling from your leash. You're just too open, too honest, and too clumsy to pull off something like that. I know you. I've always known you. And I know you're sincerely trying to help me, even when you mess up. Player used harsh truth. It's super harsh. No. I'm sorry, Ace. You're right. I just wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake, but it wasn't to keep you under my thumb or anything like that. Juniper, I'm smiling. It's okay. I'm gonna make this work. It's hard work. But I'm gonna make my dream come true. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Good old Juniper, kind heart, as always. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, the shade. Round start. This is all your fault. I officially can't handle this. Pizza bagels, the rent payments, all of it. Powering up, mounting up, all because you are a failure. You will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears of the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting up, settling for what you can get. That's who you are, forever. It's never going to change the arcade job. It'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought out by Deco, Nami, and you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined, just like you deserve to be. Shade used. Depression. It's super unfortunate. You were better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate, fall away, knowing you never really had another option. You can't even mount a defense because I'm you, and you know I'm right. You know you're right. You'll never be happy. I can do this. Current health, 100%. Action. So I'm gonna tank. Struggle against darkness. Attack the shade. Rearing back, I launch an attack, pouring all my rage into the strike. Player uses self-loathing. It's super destructive. That's right, let it out. Hurt me, because I'm you, and you know you want to hurt yourself. Everything always goes wrong. Always. And only one constant is that all the wreckage is me, so it must be my fault. Player uses spirit. It's super you. Okay. Step number 1. Once I'm out of this mess, therapy. Therapy is super important. I'm not myself actually right now. Well, prepare for final boss. Good. I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3. Lost soul. Round start. I don't get it. Not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I just want to be happy. I make a place where I could be happy forever. Walk inside, unlock the door, and threw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I had to do. Just like you. Like me. I'm not a billionaire pop prince. Neither was I. Nobody like myself can help him. I wasn't meant to be a star, so I gave up. I was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain, eat the pizza bagels, do everything that's asked of you. Let Jennifer continue to float the rent. You're in a good place. You could stay here. You could let go. Play games forever. Be happy. No ambition, no hope, no need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor attendant isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. Oh, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health. 60%. Action. No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. If I can make the arcade thrive, I'll thrive. It's simple math, isn't it? I'm struggling to make ends meet. That's because the arcade itself is struggling. That's not what I meant. The solution is so simple. I'm kind of amazed I didn't say it before. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond, just doing what I am told I could. Campaign the cause for the Funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse to find both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally the warring success it deserves to be with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again. But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it goes to be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You need to play games forever. That's much easier, isn't it? To just let go. I can make you see. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I see your health bar. Nervously, I made a false step and it dropped a bit. Plus, I don't think Holly of this is happy that I am not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna in this state. I need to get out of here. Or do I want to risk it all and try to save Donna too? Defeat it and rescue Donna. This is risky as hell, but nobody deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just rightly hallucinating based on Hamza's spooky storytelling route. Spooky story taking root in my mind, and none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not saying staying, and you don't have to either. This game is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know because I've been mired in depression too, and I know if I can beat it, so can you. Nobody wanted me. They hated the second album. They moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Naomi cares if I care. Right now, there's a young woman with a phone filled with your music waiting out there. She's gonna play your whole catalog for me once I'm out of here. She cares, and I care. You may be the jerks in your day lost interest, but nostalgia is a heck of a thing. You can mount a comeback tour. A tour? I always loved performing. The rest of the business I hated it all. I hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concerts, I love the smiles. But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even on a spirit. All that's left is the simulation of me running through the subroutines of Twitter. Error. Ace, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real. You seem real to me? Error. No. Escape. Purpose. Go. Execute. You need to go before this completes its data collection of you and disposes of the original like it did to me. I'll hold it back. And your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but my apologies in advance. Don't hurt. Yes, missing confirmed. No escape, erase. Donna, replace with a new player, erase. She's fading, but smiling, all the same. It's okay. I'm ready. Go out there and fight for your dreams, Ace. Don't give up, no matter what. I saved her as best as I could. At least she escaped in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon, and I'm in a lot of pain. What happened? My consciousness snaps back. My hand releases the joystick immediately. My pants are on fire. On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering denim and the melting remains of my phone. Iris, Oh no, she sacrificed herself to save my life. Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. Still, I'm out of phone and possibly have first-degree burns, and I'm backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rush towards the sound of people talking to catch up with Gavin. Gavin.
Greetings.
Hey, yeah, there you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly over. Wait, where'd your pants? Not important right now. You need to put a bid down on a game called Clever, so we can destroy it before it hurts anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story. We might not have time. So, if you want that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? So, one rare Polybius prototype for an undisclosed sum to the undisclosed bidder. The woman who hadn't said anything all night long nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Thank you for your cooperation. Two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with the woman, presumably to go box up the game and put it in the Warehouse 13 or something. I love that show. That show is so good. But Hamza, wait, you can't. Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should let this one go too. Honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better, especially if I don't want to be turned to the black site prison at the undisclosed location. Feel the need to empathize that you aren't wearing any pants. My phone caught on fire while I was in so this is why I don't like microphones. They are privacy invading, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. Unfortunately, an unfortunate incident indeed, but as a hospitable host, my curse is
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
This is extremely not necessary. Unfortunately, rather than whipping off his charges right there, then and there, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap, who provides a spare pair. Why do you just have pants on?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
No. And apologize for being unable to provide you with the game you sought. Perhaps Hamza could offer you something special and would compromise. My friends, the final 3 games for auction are rare, all special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets, and none of them made it to mass production. What you are about to see are rare gems of arcade history. East Gray, you may have a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. Glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly, confirms we are officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games that I really want to add to the Funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and take a gander at them. Sure, let's see them. One of them's gonna be from the childhood, huh? And with a click of a slide, I see.
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown, all in mint condition. All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard. Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. play Princess Plucky, and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast.
I think I know what one I'm going to be leaning towards. I know what one I really don't want to.
And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1980 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies. Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
There's a kitty. Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. Why are you holding a box of kittens for me? Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter. Wait, is that a phrase invader? Oh, gee, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that. Really make it shine. Please give me better.
Doubtful.
Even if we had the money, a quirky little old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everybody likes a light gun game. Simple controls, simple premises that'll earn.
Ugh.
Way too violent and gross. And journalistic. And immature. I guess Harvard Cape would be okay too. One man prodigist and 50 cents a play. It's not as cool, but it would work for both of us.
I suppose.
I suppose I could live with that, yes. But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are the sorts of games millionaires and private collectors scoop up. I suggest we get to work moving our purchases out to the van. Ace, do you concur? Earth Ace, you in there? Hello? I remember, before my family fell on hard times before the curse kicked in. Every summer we'd go to the beach, and there was this arcade with this one game I completely fell in love with. A game no one had ever heard of before. Yes, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain.
Such fire!
Ooh, I see fire in your eyes, Ice Gray. Most impressive. Speak your desires for what they hear. The game I remember so fondly was... Ravener's Keep. The narrator, the music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me. Amazing. Like nothing I've ever seen before. I traded tips with other kids at the arcade trying to master the sequence of moves to win the game, and eventually I beat the Reverend. I rescued the prince, the first kid in the arcade to do so. My parents were so proud of me. These were good years, good memories, before the sorrows drowned them out. I wish I could make a bid for Ravener's Keep. Good choice, I'm okay with that. I suppose Ravener's Keep would earn its keep, but we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll. What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder?
Life, or a year worth of...
Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them? Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if the table test would see. I have one shot at this. I can't have it. He's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response.
Listen!
It's Ace over here now. Why is my phone calling out to you exactly? And what does... that doesn't sound like my address. No, seriously. Hamza, hold the thought. Kevin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance. Kevin passes me his phone. I turn my back and begin a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris. It's important. My emotional tension detection routines indicate that this is an intense identity situation. My programs want to fit in an R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convinced, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, excluding basically. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time, so I can advise you as to what responses will and will not work. Ready? Let's do it. Well, that only was a whole lot of words to tell me what I already knew, that I'd only be able to convince Hamza if I was true to myself. I offer you a dream. I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years I've been struggling with a feeling that nothing will ever go right for me. That I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. But before things went sour, this game was my beacon. I love this game with all my heart. And beyond nostalgia, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, and taking it and making it into something so much more. I want to recapture that magic and build something greater upon it. That's my dream. Will you help me realize that dream, Hamza? So I see.
Such fire!
Very well, Ace Gray. Hamza recognizes the fire within your spirit, and he rewards you with this boon. You may have the dream. Aw, Ace, that was so sweet of you. I'm just happy we're walking out the door with a free game. I did it. I actually won a copy of Ravenous Keep. Every kid dreams of owning their favorite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning an arcade game, only the ultra rich can do that. But I did it. It belongs to me, the Funplex. And this is just the beginning. But for now, better to focus on the present within the auction wrapping up. The Funplex team works to move our purchases out to the van and attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped, making the labor a wee bit easier. So now we're back in the van. Hey, Gavin. Here's your phone back. Appreciate it. Also, I've made a decision. I'd like to do more for the arcade. You want more work shifts? I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. No, actually, I'd like a promotion. I want to be the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything I'm already doing, plus I want to organize some events that'll bring people indoors. Tournaments, maybe, or a grand unveiling of our new rare game. Both at the same time. Yeah, both. Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow, and I want to do my part.
Oh my!
I'm right. Our little Ace is growing up so fast as well. I'm in favor, Gavin. If you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased that you want to step up, start getting more involved. You You've shown far more promise than our old floor attendant did. But hosting an event is a risky undertaking. I take responsibility for it. It's my dream after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea. And Gavin, more players need more tokens means more revenue means more games. Maybe even expanding the Funplex or opening a second location. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
But I'll admit it. The idea is as well. I like the idea as well. Very well, Ace. If you can make the numbers in my spreadsheet less dire, you'll have earned this promotion. This is my chance. I've done going with the flow. I've done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Ace, new Funplex, new dream. Oh, hey, I promised you some Donna Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with the audio now. Turn the music up. As the van speeds into the night and the lost soul sings of games and fun, everything is as it should be. Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad over what happened this morning, but how can I be after everything that happened today? I need to move forward, past missed opportunities and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. I also had another surprise waiting for me, a brand new phone, all wrapped up in shiny plastic packaging. After activating it and reinstalling all my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged in with my account. She was right there waiting for me in the cloud. Really skipping back there. It was kinda like you were in a trance. Despite the warm feeling all over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris? What was Plebis, exactly? It was actually factual technology that simulated being alive like you. True. I'm a very sophisticated and adorable simulation, am I not? I get the feeling there are things you aren't telling me. You're consistently invading my privacy. You're far more powerful than a free app should be. Apparently you can overload my phone battery and make it explode, which is worrying to say the least. But I did it for your own good, to save you. Juniper also thought she was acting for my own good when she didn't tell me about that job. Even if she was right, it's still wrong. I've accepted her apology. So where does that leave you and I? I'd like us to be more honest with each other. The voice of my phone lets out a little digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand, and I could provide it. So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway. I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but...
You know that AI making its own decision like that is kind of scary,
I know. And after Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think. I understand why you'd be scared. Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help.
That's that one really
You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing. Together, we can make the Funplex soar. What do you say?
Okay. But only if you're totally honest. If we're only totally honest with
Thank
each
you
other.
for trusting me.
Now you need to rest, and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Ace. Risking chances, daring to dream. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path like Donna did. But even with the questionable pocket AI, the heaviest task ahead of me is to make a tiny arcade into something grand. I was ready. It was time to take it to the next level. We've cleared level 02 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now, let's see your score. Looks like you and Ashley are having some good times. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, your score, 8,050 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the 31,386 pizzas placed in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91 offer takeout, and 51 offer dine-in services. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3? Save the game. We're gonna call it on that. Thank you guys for joining, and I will catch you on the next one.